Guys, I recently came across my old Maglite, and since 1979, Maglite has been making flashlights here in the USA in Ontario, California. These lights at the time were the top of the food chain. I mean, they were just very dependable, all metal construction, aluminum, and just great little lights. But the lumens were down to about 14 lumens. And at the time, honestly, that was sufficient, because that was about where we were with the incandescent bulb. We're going to take a look at not only the Maglite, but also the upgrades that you can make to your Maglite, including LEDs, which a lot of these do come in LED, but they still come in the incandescent xenon bulb. One great thing is, again, that they are very dependable. They use AA batteries, and they're just built like a tank. Now, it's about 6 inches in length. It weighs 3.8 ounces, and it's really thin. Very handy, definitely a really cool light in its time. One of the things about this light in particular is that when I picked it up, it was working great. I just put in some fresh batteries and no problem. Now, there is one thing, and I'm going to show you. Right here, it says do not remove. I removed that, and then the light quit working. Now, we have a little contact point right here that is missing on the original Maglite, and that is the reason why that this is not working. So I'm going to have to just replace this piece right here. So if you take this out, be careful not to lose these contact points. Now, I bought this off eBay. It's brand new Maglite. This is with the xenon. It is very low lumens. In fact, it's 14 lumens. We're going to take a look at that. It says 96 meters of beam distance, but this one comes with a little sheath, and it comes with the batteries. Here we have the Pro, and this is the ultra bright 332 lumen flashlight. Pretty much same size, just a little bit longer actually, and we'll kind of compare them when we get them broke out. The standard light I got for about $14-15. This runs up in the Pro up to about $32, and that's just what I saw them for. So just to give you an idea, it's about twice the price for the LED. Now, with the xenon bulb in the standard size, we're getting 14 lumens. And one thing about it is it does have that kind of a telescopic kind of lens where you can brighten it way out, and it gives you more spill, and then of course you can bring that hot spot in really tight. And then as you turn it, it kind of does the same thing. It just turns on the reflector. And here with the Maglite Pro, definitely a lot more light. And then of course we also have that same thing where it kind of broadens out the beam, and then it brings it into a hot spot. But you're still getting quite a bit of spill around this. And I want you to see the difference. 14 lumens, 332 lumens. That's a pretty significant difference. And we'll take this outside and kind of get a better look at how it performs in dark. Now, here we have all the accessories laid out. You have your pocket clip, and this will go either way. I went ahead and put on the lanyard. It's just a little split ring. And then we have our lens and our cap. With the original, of course, it came with this little Cordura sheath, and it has a little belt loop. Very simple, but definitely pretty effective. Take your little lens, pop it in. And these actually came with the original lights as well, but here on the LED, you have your bright red. Here we have the blue. And then here we have just a clear lens, but this is really a replacement for the one that's in the head. This is actually a little bit loose inside the cap. Now, you're not stuck with this design because Maglite was so popular. A lot of companies have come out and brought accessories to upgrade. We have this Night Eyes. This is an LED combo pack. Gets it up to about 30 lumens, which isn't super bright, but it definitely is much better than the 14 lumens. It also has a reflector, and it has a tail switch at the back, so you can just click it on and off. We do have some Maglite standard xenon bulb replacements. One of the things about this light too, and I'm going to show you, inside the cap, there's where the spring, underneath the spring, you can pull that out. There is an extra bulb right here in the back. And really the bulbs are fairly easy to switch out. We also have Lit Industries. This is their crenulated bezel. We have a push pad for the rear tail switch. We have an LED for both, and this actually brings it up to 130 lumens. It does have a reflector with it. We're going to install this. This comes as a set from Lit Industries. Now, I have a little correction here. This is actually for a AAA battery with the reflector, and this is the AA with the reflector. These are both by Lit Industries, but I just wanted to kind of point that out. Also, this is also from Lit Industries, and this is a small little glass breaker. It just replaces your tail cap, and it gives you a glass breaker. So just a lot of cool little things that you can do to upgrade. Now, first thing we're going to try is the glass breaker. So we're just going to remove our cap. It's the most simple. It just twists right on, same threads. And then we just take this cap off, and now you have a glass breaker. Carbide tip on the end. So this could be a really great upgrade, especially if you're keeping something in your car. Very dependable light. Low lumens, but we're going to fix that. All right, now we're going to try the tail switch. This is, again, from Lit Industries, and it just screws right in. We're not getting any action. Well, there he goes. Okay, good. Oh, so you got to open it up just like you would your standard light. And then you bring it into the hot spot. You can cut it off. So the one thing is, if you turn it all the way down, it's going to be off all completely. So that's kind of like a shutout mode. As we bring it up, it goes, and you can cut it on and off. Okay, that's pretty cool. Next, we're going to go ahead and just take off our tail cap and remove our batteries. And we're going to put in the LED. Again, guys, if you're not planning on doing this permanently, you don't want to take this out because we've had some issues, and it does say do not remove. But since we're going to replace the incandescent, well, I guess we'll pull the bulb out first. Now, this is a two-piece. Inside is also a little section that pops out of the bottom. Now take your original pieces and you're going to want to put them back in. You want to make sure that the little silver dot is on the bottom. So we're going to push it all the way through. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky. There it goes. Now we'll want to put our batteries in to hold that into place. Then we'll take our other cap, and I put them into the two holes. There's different points, but circular holes that you can put that in. Then we're going to take our LED bulb, slide it in, make sure it seats all the way down. Otherwise, it kind of bounces back and forth. You don't get a good seat. Then we're going to put on our, let's put on our normal switch here. Yeah, you can see that it's already lighting up as soon as we start to put the tail switch on, or the little end cap. Then we can take this, put it on, and then with it completely closed, it cuts off, and then we're back to, man, that's a lot brighter than that 14 lumens. This is 103 lumens according to the package. And then all the way down, it shuts it off. That's a really nice upgrade just in itself. Then we're going to take the lens cover off, put the lens back on, take our crenulated bezel. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're going to install the Night Eyes LED upgrade combo. We're going to go ahead and take off our head. We're going to pull off the original LED that we just installed. We're going to install the Night Eyes. Now they're two small little dots right there, or little holes. You want to get them in. And one thing, if this does not come on, it could be the opposite polarity. So if you install it into the two holes and it doesn't come on, just turn the head around and put it the other direction. But here, we're working. Now we're going to take off our crenulated bezel, pull out our reflector. And when you put your head on, go ahead, don't tighten it down all the way. It's going to give you room for your bezel and your reflector. Put that on. There we go. And it works. Now with this bezel, it's kind of coming out a little bit. We're going to put the other bezel on. See if it'll fit a little bit better. And let's try on our Night Eyes tail switch. I like the knurling on these. Very nice. There we go. You got to remember to unscrew that head to give it the light. We got the gap down pretty good, but it's still a little bit of a gap right there. Now reinstall the crenulated bezel and it does fit a lot better. I think you've got to really bring this way out to be able to put your bezel on. And then what it does is, it just does the spotlight, and then we go to more of a flood, instead of going back into the spotlight flood like it does on the standard light. So it gives it a little less turning, you know what you've got. You've got either spotlight or flood, and then it's off. Then here with the LED light, we went ahead and installed the other push pad. So we've got it on both. This would go great in a pocket protector. Now with the LED Maglite, 332 lumens compared to the Lit Industries, which is only 104 lumens. So we're going to go ahead and test this out. Yeah, definitely a big difference. And the Lit Industries is actually much brighter than the Night Eyes, which is only 30 lumens. And two, one thing about the Pro is the Pro runs about $33. If you have already the Maglite, I think a lot of these upgrades are like 15 bucks. And so you're spending 15 bucks to upgrade your light rather than spending $33 for the new version. But you do get a really high lumen count with the 330 lumens. But now when it comes to more modern lights, there's definitely much better options. Typically the price is a little bit more, but you know, with the Mini Maglite Pro, then we have one of the Warrior by Olight Warrior Minis. I mean, this is 1500 lumens compared to what, 330 lumens. But as far as just a good solid light that's pretty inexpensive, it still makes a great option. Now here we have the Mini Maglite Pro, and this is the LED version, 330 lumens. Okay, here's the incandescent, and it's on. Now remember, this is 14 lumens. So we're gonna put it out here, and I can see it on the fence just a little bit, but I don't think the camera's even picking it up. So we're going to go down and look at the two individually. Now we have the Night Eyes. This is 30 lumens, and again out at that fence. Now you're picking up a little bit. I can see it. I can see the fence pretty decently. The camera's just picking it up a little bit. We're going to compare it side by side with the Mini Maglite Pro. Here we are with the Lit Industries. This is 103 lumens. We're seeing the fence a little bit better, much better than the 30 lumens, and definitely better than the 14 lumens. I'm going to turn on the Pro here. Yeah, there's not really a lot of comparison between the two. Pro here, the Lit Industries, 103 lumens. And here we have the Olight Warrior Mini. No comparison whatsoever. Here's the Mini Maglite Pro. Here is the Warrior Mini. And this isn't the Warrior Mini 2, which has 250 more lumens. But this is a heck of a lot cheaper, and these things are just great little lights. And guys, a little bonus upgrade. I took some heat shrink tubing and placed it around the body. Of course, I took the batteries out, I took the switch off, I took the LED out because I was going to heat this up with a heat gun. And so as you can see, I have a little bit of a sleeve, kind of a rubberized sleeve. Makes it really nice, kind of a tactical little upgrade, but it does give you just a little bit more comfort. So just thought I'd throw that in. Now this is the Maglite XL50. In fact, I reviewed this 10 years ago. It was pretty painful to watch. But about 200 lumens of light. Double click and it goes down. I'm not sure what the lumens are. And then triple click and it goes to strobe. So this is a pretty cool light. It has the rear tail switch, but what's really kind of different is that it has a little battery pack and it's 3 AAA batteries. So you know, just something simple, but I just thought I'd show that since we're talking about Maglite. And this is not a bad little light. I think I've seen these for around 40 bucks. And I've got two. So guys, don't throw away your little mini Maglite. It could be very useful when other lights might fail. These things, again, are just sturdy, they're tough, they're reliable. They use the AA batteries, and with the upgrades, you can really make this an efficient little tool. Will it match a lot of the lights that are out there today? No. But there's still a lot of soul to these little mini Maglites. Guys, check out Sportsman's Guide for all kind of accessories, shooting, hunting, camping, military surplus from all over the world. It's one of my go-to sources, and you get $20 off for every $100 or more purchase using Sootch, S-O-O-T-C-H, in the coupon code. And if you're a member of their Buyers Club, you get free shipping. And that really comes in handy when you're ordering jerry cans. So check out Sportsman's Guide, great resource. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America, long live the Republic. Be strong, be of good courage. That should be coming on. Why is it not coming on? The next, we're going to drop out our batteries. Okay, let's leave our batteries in. Let's leave the batteries in. To at least the 21st century. Okay. Now here we have the standard, and then now we have now I pick this, then again, let's not do this one, let's do it on the other one. Blah, 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 blah.